Hi everyone, I'm Gaurav Pandey, your friend, your mentor for your TCS. Today we'll understand 5 important questions. These 5 important questions can help you to boost your preparation. Because anyhow, if you have a confidence that you can do something, trust me, you can do something. Okay, so today we'll understand the most important 5 questions which you may see the same pattern or like some kind of difficulty. Okay, we'll understand one by one. We'll also write pseudocode because multiple of you will have, in different expert in different programming languages. Like some people will know Java, some people will know C++, some people will know JavaScript, right? So you could have a doubt if I'll write a particular programming language. But anyhow, I'll choose one language to write the code as well, and I'll show you the pseudocode of each problem as well, right? Why which language should not be a barrier. Okay, let's move ahead. I've planned 5 questions in this particular video. You'll understand each of them, and these 5 questions will help you a lot. Okay, so let's go ahead. The problem number 1. Take a 1 minute time, try to read the problem statement, and then try to take a pen and copy and try the solution by yourself. If you're not able to make it, again come back on the video and again understand the solution. Okay, let's continue. Now this is a problem statement. The problem has given an investment bank needs to analyze the median stock price. Okay, so there is a one investment bank. Okay, there is a one bank. Cool here. So now this bank want to analyze a median stock price over a period to make a financial decision. So we want to make a financial decision based on a median price of the stock. Write a program to help them, and what you have to do, you have to figure out the median. Okay, let's understand. The important thing is that how you will take the input and how you will give the output. That is also very important when it comes to the TCS. Again, the first thing is first line contains an integer like n. You will have in the first line you will have the value of n, that is an integer. Second line contains n space separated integers, which means first you will have the number of integer you will have, second you will have the all the integer values in a same line. Okay, now we need to print the median value if n is odd. Okay, print the middle element. So let's say you remember the median concept we were learning the 9th and 10th. So if you have an odd number, what you will do, you'll give the just middle one, because if you have 5 elements, the third element will be your median, right? Even then that time you need to print the average of 2 middle element, the average of 2 middle element. Okay, so we understood the problem statement and we also understood the output. What will be the output? Look at this. Let's say you have the input size 5, means you will have 5 elements, 10, 20, 30 till 50 here. If this was odd, look at this. 5 was odd, you will get this middle element. The 30 will your answer. Again, look at this is an even, like you have 6 elements, so you will get the sum of these two divided by 2. You will get the average. So you will have 70 divided by becomes 35. Becomes 35. So this is what they have asked to you. This is what they have asked to you. Okay, cool, yeah, cool. So now we understood the problem statement. What can be the solution? What can be the solution? A pseudocode can be like this. So let's say first we'll take the input. Take input and write. Again take and integers in same line with space separated. Okay, second number line, right? Third thing what you have to do, you have to check like that if you have n modulus 2 equals to 1, you will return the middle element. Let's say you have the length 5, you will divide by 2, becomes 2.5, and you will convert that to integer. If you're working with a language, automatically integer conversion will happen, will have 2. So you will have the middle element, right? So return middle element. Yes or no? And again, this is not the case, you have the even. Else, this is not the case, you have the even. If you have even, then you'll return what? Not return, actually you'll print. Okay, you'll print, because they do not receive return thing. You'll print here. So you'll print what? Average of mid 2 element. Okay, cool, yeah, cool. So we understood that's what we have to do in this particular problem statement. So I'll show you the code in Java. Now you understand the logic. Again, there is no a lot of conversion between Java, C++, Python, and multiple languages. If you know the logic, you can write in any language, right? And that's what I can expect from everyone. Cool, yeah. So now we'll go to our code editor, and there we'll write the code. We'll go to the prep-insta compiler, prep-insta compiler, and here we'll write the code. Online compiler. Here we'll go. Here we will write the code. Oh no, I will not give my phone number. Bad thing, right? So don't be asking for the phone number. Cool, cool. So here we'll go. Here we'll go. The thing was we were taking two input values. So for taking input in Java, actually you need what? Taking input in Java, you need a scanner class. So we'll import a scanner class first here. And again in C++ you take directly with the help of cin, right? And Python with the help of input, you can take the input. Okay, so now here import java.util.scanner. Always try to use standard library. Do not use external library because they are not allowed in the exam. Okay, so here we'll create the object of a scanner class. So let's say sc equals to new scanner, and here we'll take the system.in, and I hope Java is clear to all, or any language which you will write the code. You understand how to take the input. So now first thing I'll take the input of n, like number of elements. So sc.nextInt, nextInt for taking the input. We're taking the input here. Again, once you have taken the input, now you need n separated integers, right? So for that purpose, I'll create an array here. You can create a list in any language, whatever you are using. Okay, so I'll create an array here, let's say ARR, and here of the size n. Okay, of the size n. Cool, yeah. Now I'll take the input and separate characters. So what I'll do, I'll take the input in the array itself. So now int I is equals to 0, I is less than n, the number of element, and I plus plus. So this is how you are, you're taking input till n, right? Till n. So what you'll do, you'll write here ARR on I index, you'll insert the upcoming value, sc.nextInt. You will insert the upcoming value. So this is how you have taken the input, right? You took the input. Now what you'll do, now it's time to compute the things, right? So if what? If n modulus 2 is equals to 1 means that is odd. If that is odd, actually print system.out.println. Okay, in Java we use this, in C++ you use out, or in Python you use print, right? So use whatever you are using. Okay, cool, yeah. So here you will print it, and always remember to print the value, whatever the way they have asked, always print only that. There shouldn't be any extra message. So what you will print here, you will print the middle value. So what will be the middle value? Tell me. So for taking the, let's say, int mid, and mid always will be equals to what? Mid is always equals to, you know the one thing, once you have the n, you can divide by 2. You can divide by 2, right? You can divide by 2. So n by 2 will be the mid here. And if in your language the conversion automatically doesn't happen, you get the decimal, then convert it to an integer value. Okay, convert to a number. Cool, yeah. So now here I'll print ARR, the value available in the mid. Okay, and if this is not the case, so what I'll do here, I'll calculate the mid, not here, outside it, because anyhow will I be able to paste it here? No, yeah, paste is not allowed in this editor, and that's why I'm choosing only one language. So int and let's say mid is equals to was n by 2. Okay, so if you will have odd, you will have clearly the element, right? But if you have even, then you need something like else. Okay, in else you'll print what? You will take the average, let's say ABJ ARR. Not tell me if you have the value at 6, then what will be the value of mid? Value will be 3, right? So the sum you want, what is the value the sum you want? Like you want, if you have, let's say, mid 3 and total value had 6, means last index was pointing out to 5. So you need the sum of indexes 2 and 3, right? 2 and 3. That's what they have mentioned. Probably, I guess, we'll go back to understand the problem once again. Okay, we'll go back. We'll understand this problem again. I'll do a slide. So from current slide, look at, understand this. So now this has a 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index, right? So now we need the sum of second index and third index, means mid minus 1 and mid, right? That's what we want. That's what we want. Cool. Yeah, we'll go back. We'll go back here. Okay, and here we'll return the sum of, first we'll calculate the sum of what? Mid minus 1. Okay, and again plus what? The sum should be AR mid minus 1 and ARR mid. Okay, cool. Here, cool. So now that's what we have. Now here we'll divide this by 2 for taking the average, right? So you have the average. Now print it. Now print it simply. System.out.println, and here we will print the AVJ. I hope this works fine. We'll take the input value now here. Okay, in the input panel, we'll come here, the size was 5. We'll pass the value, let's say 10, 20, 30, a similar value we had in the input, 50. We'll try to run this particular code and we'll see it is working fine or not. Okay, we will see. Oh no, what happened? Expected. Okay, I made a mistake here. A syntax error. Where? This is the problem. One square bracket were extra. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. No worries. It has fixed now. Let's see again. It's coming 30. That's what we were expecting. Right? So let's say you have input as 6. Okay, and now you have the value as at the end you have 60. So now what will be the value? You will have 35. Right? Working fine, working as expected. So this could be a solution. Do one thing, for even after understanding the pseudocode, this solution, you're getting challenges, convert this code into a Python or in C++ code, whichever language you're comfortable with the help of GPT or something. Okay, you'll understand completely. Cool, yeah, cool. So I hope this is clear to all. Now we'll go back to the problem number 2. Okay, I'll come back here. We'll go here. Cool, yeah. So now this is a problem statement 2. Again, an important problem. A movie streaming platform wants to analyze. Okay, we'll read the problem. Again, I always suggest take a minute, read the problem statement carefully. Once this problem is clear to you, take a pen and copy and try to solve it. That's how you'll build your logic. Okay, so now a movie streaming platform wants to analyze the user preferences by counting how many times each movie was watched. Okay, in a week. Cool, yeah. So they will have a record of 1 week. They'll try to count the frequency of each movie, and they want to check the user preferences. So how they'll check? Write the program that takes an array of movie IDs and count the frequency of each movie watched. Okay, so now what will be the preferences? Like they want to show like this. Okay, so the first line for the input thing, the first line contains an integer n, similar as previous, right? The number of watch records. Okay, let's say 7 here. Second line contains n separate integers, each representing a movie ID. Okay, so this is what it is. Now print each movie ID along with its count. Okay, along with its count. So what can be a way? How can you solve this? Okay, so one way can be, what you do is that you create a like say you create an array of 1000 size, like say 1001 size, and what you will do on indexes, let's say on 101 indexes, you will do 3 time increment, right? So you will have 3 value there. Again on 101 index you will do 2 times, so you will have 2 there. So you store all the frequency value in array, and then you print the values those do not have a value at 0. First the index, second the frequency. That's what I'm saying. Like if you have this particular array, right, this 1001 elements of array, the concept of array as a frequency counter, like this is known as concept as array as a frequency counter. So what you will do, you will have one index, particular index somewhere 101. So you were doing plus when you were getting the value. Let's say you receive 101, so you will do plus one time you will have 1. Again you receive 101 on the same index, you will do plus you will have 2. Again you receive 101 on the same place, you will do plus you will have this 3. So this is what you will have here. But the thing is that these values will be sorted again. Like this will be in the original order, whatever they are, but they will remain in the order, right? So that will not never be a issue for you. Cool, yeah. So now the second thing for the again 102 also. So you will have the next thing 102. When 10 comes from this input array, in the frequency array, you will update the frequency by 1. You keep updating, you will have all the frequency of 101 or 102, right? Similar for 103, similar for 104. So you will have one frequency array, then you will count the frequency, then you will print the index and their value. So you will have them in this format. This is a one way. Second way can be a hash map. Second way can be a hash map. Like what you will do, you will make these values as a key. You will make these values as a key. Okay. And whenever you get this value, increment the key value. Okay. So the key will be updated. At the end, you can print the hash map normally. How with the help of key and value. With the help of key and value, you will have this particular output. So there are two ways that you can have a hash map. Here, let's say you're getting 101, you will have your frequency right here. First time it will be 1, check again. If it is available, then update it by 1, increment by 1, otherwise insert by 1, right? So now here you will have the 101 as 3, again 102 as 2, 103 as 1, and 104 as 1. So you print this, like you print this hash map. So you can have these two approaches, whatever feels easy for you, just go ahead with that. Cool, yeah. So now I'll implement, let's say the one way number 1 I'll implement. Cool, yeah. So now here we'll go to our code editor, which is this. So we need to take the input the same way we'll take. We already have a scanner class. We're taking the input here. So this is what will be same. The input part will remain same. These 5 lines. Anyhow, we save our time. Okay. So now the second ideology came that we have to now count the frequencies. Now we need to count the frequencies. Yes or no? So how you will count the frequency? You need to create a frequency array. So let's say in frequency we have one array that will be size of 1001. Why? Because you will have element till 1000. So the last index would remain 1000. If you want a last index as 1000 in any array, the array size should be 1001. Only then you will have last index as 1000. Okay. So here I'll create this, and now what I will do here, I'll create a 1001 size array. So now I'll take the user input value. So we will have, let's say I'll use a for each loop here. I guess that will be better, or any loop you can use based on your preferences. So value, and I have the array as ARR. So what I will do in the frequency on this particular value we are getting. First time we'll get whatever the value we are entering, right? So we are getting the value right here. Here, few people will be confusing for each. I'll take the simple loop. So int I is equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, or less than n or something, yes, and I plus plus. Okay, cool. Yeah. So now here I will take this frequency array. In this frequency, I'll use the value of the input as an indexes. So now the input array was ARR. Whatever value we have on the I index, we'll make the index for the frequency for the same, and we'll do plus plus. So what will happen whenever you will get the value on that particular index, you will do plus plus. You will do what? You will do plus plus. Cool, yeah, cool. So that's how you will count the frequency of all the elements. So once the frequency you have, you can do one thing. You can iterate that particular frequency array. So into I is equals to 0, I is less than frequency dot length, right? Frequency dot length or 1001 anything, right? Because you already know the length. Now here what you will do, you'll check if that particular frequency, particular index is not equals to 0, which means there was a value, right? In that time you'll print it. System.out.println, and here we will print what? Here we will print first the index, which is our original value, with giving a space. For a space we'll use a empty string here, and again plus the value we have there. So frequency I. So this is what I feel like this should be the solution, right? So now here we'll take the input. Let's say I have 6 again, and the same input we'll take here. Oh no, I removed or 6 again. No worries. 101, let's say 102, again 101, let's say 103, let's say 101, again 102, let's say 104. So do we have how many inputs we have right here? So we have 7 here. So no worries, we'll update this. Okay. Now we'll try to run this. I hope all the syntax are correct. Look at this. We are having like 101 has arrived 3 times, 102 2 times, 103 1 time, and 104 1 time. Okay. How this working? You already know that. How, let's say you had in this array, particular array in AR, you had 101, 102, 101, again like this value, right? So you will come here, you have created a frequency with 1001 size because you want to target the indexes of this particular array as the value of ARR, the input values, right? So what you will do here, come here. On the frequency, first time on the I on 0 index, you will have what? 101. You will have 101. So on 101 index, you will do plus plus. In frequency array, on 101 index, you will do plus plus. By default, all the value were 0. When you did plus plus, so on 101 index, you get 1 value. Again, you receive 102. Again, in frequency array, on the index of 102, you will do plus plus. So on the 102 also, again, you will have the 1 value. Again, you receive 101. Again, in frequency array, on the 101 index, you will do plus plus. Already 1 was there. Now this time you will have 2. So on 101 index, you have value as 2. Right. Again, 103 you received. On 103 index, you will do plus plus. Previously there was 0. Now there will be 1. Again on 101, value already available 2. You will do here plus plus. That will become 3. So that's how you are counting the frequency here. And then you're printing like if frequency is not 0, which means that was present in input array. And that's why we are printing. The index is the original value here, and this frequency I is the number of repetitions they have. That should be your solution. And always remember one thing also, I used to forget to mention that if you're working with Java, close the input value after taking it, because this could be, turn into a problem of memory leak. Okay. In some scenario, this could be converted into a problem of memory leak, so I don't want that. So right now it's working fine. Okay, it's working fine. Cool, yeah. So now we will see the problem number 3. I hope this is clear to you. If this is not clear, reverse the video, go back, understand the problem again, understand the approach, understand the solution, then try to code it again. Okay, so you'll understand, you'll get it anyhow. And anyhow, you're the engineers, yeah. You have the energy to repeat something, right? That's why we use the loop for repetition. You'll use the loop to repetition. Until unless you get everything, just keep repeating. Okay. Cool, yeah, cool. So now we'll go back to understand the problem number 3. Oh, we haven't used this. We already solved without using this. Cool, yeah. So now question number 3. A hospital database records patient IDs, but due to a system glitch, duplicate IDs were stored. So there is one hospital database. Okay. Yeah, anyhow, what I'm telling you now, these problems are, trust me, super important, are based on the TCS already happened exams, previous year exams. So these problems can give you an idea and context of the patterns which TCS asks, first thing. Second, the type of problems. Third thing, you will have a confidence to solve these similar concepts problems as well. Okay, and the logic building is anyhow improving. Cool, yeah, cool. So now a hospital database record patient IDs. Okay, records the patient IDs. So there are a few patients which come to the hospital, they record their IDs. Okay, but due to a system glitch, they had a problem. They stored a duplicate IDs. The hospital needs a way to remove duplicates. So the problem with the hospital, they have restored the duplicate IDs. Now we want to remove these duplicate IDs. So write a program to remove duplicate from the sorted list of patient inventory and print the unique elements. Okay, so how you can do this? We'll understand the input format, the same input format we will have, like, and the number size of the the total number of patients, and again here the space separated integers. Cool, yeah. So now print array after remove duplicate. So that will be the output. Look at here, you have 6 value, you have these 6 IDs, you're printing the unique only. So how you can solve this? Okay. First approach can be you use a brute force, where you iterate twice a array and checking for each and every value. Like you take the 1 and you check in the rest of the array, like is this available or not, right? And this is available, then just only insert by 1. otherwise do not insert it. Cool, yeah. So that can be one way. Second way, like one way was like way one was brute force, right? Brute force, like take single element and check in result to insert, right? By iterating or something. Another way can be something like, you're iterating twice the array to checking the duplicate, it's a duplicate or not, right? And you'll insert only one. You'll insert only once, right? And another ideology can be like, what I can do is, we can have one thing. We can create a map. Previously we could also use map, but here we could have a map here. All right, B2. So you could have a map. You'll insert all the value as a key, because always in hash map you have the key. You have the key as a unique values. So what you'll do, you'll insert all the value as a key of the hash map, and then you print all the keys. That will be your answer. First thing, right? And second thing can be like, what you'll do is that second thing can be something that you use a hash set. You input all the value in a hash set, because hash set stores only unique values. Yes or no? So you convert that array to a hash set, and again hash set to array. You will have all the unique values. Right. So I guess that will be a way number 3. Way number 3 sounds easy to me. Using hash set. Right. Using hash set. So you can have multiple ways. I don't know which way you will choose, but you can have here. But we are forgetting to discuss one important thing: time and space complexity. So here in this particular program, the time complexity will be big of n, because you are using a loop to iterate completely. First thing, space complexity will remain constant. Now, if you will say, sir, you are using an extra array or saying that it's constant, this is not dependent on the input size. And if an extra data structure size is not dependent on input size, that will always be constant. Will be counted as auxiliary memory. Okay, so now this will not impact a lot, the space complexity. So space complexity is big of 1 and time complexity is big of n. So now we'll solve the problem number 3 here. So we are taking the input in the same way. Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess we could solve this problem also in the same way. How? Using array as a frequency counter. Right? Those do not have. I'll solve the same way. I haven't discussed you here, but I will solve this in the same way. Yeah, our control Z is not happening here. I can solve this in the same way as well, using an array. I don't have to use a lot of things more, right? Those, we'll count, like we'll make them as indexes, right? And those do not have index at 0, we'll print them. We'll have, because anyhow indexes are unique in the array, and we already know the size of the array. Or I'll use the same approach. I will not go for any new one. You already know this will be our 4th approach, but it sounds good to me. Okay, I'll create a frequency here again, a new int. The size will be 1001, because you know already the size of the values, right? And here what you'll do, you'll count the frequencies. So int I is equals to 0, I is less than n, and I plus plus. And here we'll take the frequency array. Here we'll utilize the value of ARR as a index of frequency, and we'll do plus plus. Right? The same solution we have here also. We'll iterate our frequency here again. So int I will take I is equals to 0, I is less than frequency dot length, right? And again I plus plus. And here what we'll do, we'll check if frequency I value is not equals to 0, we can print that particular index, right? System.out.println. We can print that particular what? I. All right. We can print that. So now here you have I, right? So let's see. I hope this is working fine. Here probably we didn't have a repeated value. I'll take the repeated value here. Let's say 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So this is what we were expecting. I'll try to run this particular program. I hope this works fine. Right, we don't have any particular error. Cool. Running. Correct. Look at this. We have only the unique value. So, were we taking all the values on a single line or a new line? And that is a concern. I guess we are doing in a wrong way. I guess that was on the array form, like in the same line. So you'll remove this ln to avoid the same, or like to make them in a single line. For spacing, for giving little space between the elements. Cool. Yeah, sounds good to me. Now we will have this. We have this. In the previous problem also you could do the same thing, I guess, but that time it was working fine, right? This is what we were expecting. So now we have 1, 2, 3 here. We have all the unique values. Again, the time complexity is big of 1 and space complexity is constant because we are taking a fixed size array. Cool. Here, I hope this problem is also clear. That's what I'm telling you, because TCS will give you repeated problems, same patterns. Okay. Now here, let's come on the another problem number 4. So like a carnival ride rotates every few seconds, shifted seats K position to right. The amusement park wants a program to simulate this. Okay. So now, rotation of array, actually the problem is. So first line contains 2 integers. Okay. First line contains 2 integers, not 1, 2 integers. N and K. I don't know what is this K is. Okay. So K position is, okay. Like from where actually how many elements we want and what is the, okay, the rotation we have to do, how many times we have to do a rotation. Cool. Second line contains unseparate spaces, integer, correct? Okay, no issue, we don't have any problem. Yeah, why? Come back. Cool. So now we have to print the rotated array. So you have this 5 as the size of the array. You have two last element you have to rotate. Cool. So understand this. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll take the 2 last element, you'll rotate them. Means you'll put them to the first. Okay. So what can be the way to solve this particular problem? You could have multiple approaches. One approach can be like way number 1. Way number 1 can be like you have this array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have the K h equals to 2. So what you can do, you can take this, you can iterate this array from where? From this n minus k, right? So we'll target to this. Take a resultant array, create a new resultant array as empty value. So now you'll insert first 4, then again 5. Once you did this, then insert the remaining element till where? Till n minus k. So do till here. Okay. So now here you will have 1. Now here you will have what? Here you will have 1, 2, 3. That's what you can do. That's how you can rotate this particular array. Right? That's what you can do. Right. So pseudocode could be like, I'll tell you the pseudocode as well. Another approach can be like this will take a big of n space. Another way can be like you go to n minus k and then you shift the value. How you shift the values? Like this. You have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what you'll do, you'll go here, you'll shift the value by this. Again, this 3 will come on the place of 4. Again, you'll shift this. This 2 will come on the place of 3, and 4 at the place of 1, and 1 will come on the place of 2. So that's how you'll shift this. In the 1 shift, you will have 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. In the second shift, you will have like you'll shift this 3 to 5, and again this 2 to 3, this 1, 2 at the place of this. So we'll have this 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So this will be in place. The space complexity will be big of 1, but yeah, this will be a little complicated for the people who are understanding for the very first time. And I'm targeting a global audience. So you could have any one of the approach. Anyhow, I've told you both the things. How you can do this, right? So up to you what you want to do. Cool. I'll go for the way number 1 because that is easy to understand for all, right? And anyhow, I'm not working here for a global competition that I want to. So like this is super optimized code I want to write. If this works, that works. Like anyhow, I want to crack the exam. That's it for me. Cool. So now here, because anyhow big of n will never be a very big challenge if that has not mentioned like a specific thing you need to solve in constant, right? Cool. So now what we'll do, we'll come back here on the solution. So pseudocode you know already, right? Let insert last k element in result, then insert 0 to n minus k elements in result. Right, you will have the solution. That is what a pseudocode means. That is what a logic is you can consider about, right? Cool, yeah, cool. So no worries. I'll write that code again. We'll go here back. Here this time what we want is that here I have to remove this. Okay. So now we have this input, but this time we need to take two input values. First is n, second is k. So I'll take k here as well. K sc dot next int, cooler dot next int. Now you have this. So now you have the value of n and k. Now what we will do? We will take the array value we have already taken, and what we have planning is that we will create a one new array. So let's say result, you have the new array, new int, and here we are doing what? We are creating an n size array, resultant array. So what we'll do? We'll insert int I is starting from n minus k. So let's say if you have length as 5, you will take the first element as n minus k, which means 5 minus let's say k is 2, right? So you will have 5 minus the length. Let's say you have 5, you'll subtract the k. 5 minus 2 becomes 3. So from the third index, so you will have third index and fourth index, last two elements. Correct, makes sense. Again, this I should be less than n, the length of the array, and again I plus plus. We'll insert this value in resultant array on 0 index, but anyhow we need a starting index as well here. So for insertion also we'll take an index. Let's say int j for inserting value, which is starting from 0. Okay, so in result on j pointer on 0 index, first I'll insert this value, this upcoming value, the arri. Okay, and I'll do j plus plus for having the next upcoming value, Then we can enter the remaining possible values, right? So int I is equals to 0, I is less than n minus k, because from n minus k we already inserted, right? So I plus plus, and here we'll insert in our result on the index j equals to arri, and every time we'll do j plus plus for having the upcoming value. So this is how you'll do this, and at the end we have to print a resultant array. So we'll use a for loop here. Int I is equals to 0, I is less than n. Okay, so I plus plus, and here we'll print this system.out.println, not ln, actually they want in the same line. So now here you will have what? You will print your values, and which is a result I, and here you'll, for taking little space, you'll do this. Okay, you'll give an empty string with one space, and that will be, I guess, the best possible way of doing this particular thing. So now we had few values. Let's say we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, you have this, and here you have the size at 6, and the rotation you want at the 2 elements. Okay, so we'll try to run this code, and let's see if it is working or not. We'll see. Okay. Oh no, what happened? Oh, I haven't used a proper array symbol. Look at this. Cool, yeah, cool. So no worries. Any of this will be fixed. Now run code. I guess working fine. Look at this. 2 element has been rotated. Right? So this is what we wanted to do. Can somebody tell me the time and space complexity of this? The space complexity will be big of 1. Why? Because you're using an extra data structure that is dependent on the input size. So that will be big of 1, and the time complexity will be, big of n, the space complexity, and the time complexity will be big of n again, because you're using these loops to iterate the whole array. You're using this particular loop to iterate the whole array till n time. So you will have the time complexity as big of n, right? Big of n. Cool. Yeah. So now I hope this is clear to all. Again, if you're getting challenges, pause the video, try, go back, try to read the problem again, try to understand the approach, then jump on the code. Okay, but take a pen and copy. I hope everybody is trying with the pen and copy, right? And you're writing code with me. Cool, yeah, cool. So now we'll go to the another problem now. So the last problem, question number 5, an important problem, and the one of the hard problem, right? Cool, yeah. So now how we'll solve this, but not that hard. Anyhow, you'll kill this particular problem statement while understanding. Okay, so that will never be that much hard. So they're telling us that a file system organizes files. Okay, file system organizes files based on a common prefixes in file names. Okay, so there will be some few common prefixes. They want to organize this prefix. You understand, which comes at starting. That is prefix. To optimize storage, the system needs to find the longest common prefix. You need to find the longest common prefix. For example, look at you have prefix means at starting, always starting. So you have this F in this, F in this, F in this. Another, it's possible FL, FL, and FL. Third, you have O, but you didn't have here O. So which means the longest common prefix is FL. Right? The longest common prefix is FL. Right? That's what. So you have to check in all the strings, all the starting characters. Like if all the strings have the starting same character as equal, you return that value. Your output will be this particular string. Okay, cool, great. So now what we'll do here, cool here. So here we are mentioning like print the longest common prefix. So if no common prefix exists, then we have to return -1. What can be the approach? Yeah, there could be multiple approaches, I guess. Like one approach can be, what you do is that, you have this particular, let's say you will take all these strings in an array and you iterate them twice. Like you take the first starting character, you check into the whole array. If all the strings have the F as a starting character, you'll add that in a prefix. Again, you'll come back, you'll take the L and you'll iterate the whole array, like the remaining values, right? You'll check like, is this L available in everywhere on this particular index? If this is, then insert it on the prefix. Right? Again, you'll check like for the upcoming value. That's how you can do. But the time complexity in the bay number 1, the time complexity, the TC will be big of n square, because you're iterating the whole array, twice. Cool. So now that is a problem. So what can be the another approach? Now bay number 2, little optimized, but further it could be optimized. I want optimized code from everybody. Like you can try, if you are able to get the logic, write down in the comment. Okay. So now bay number 2, you iterate this particular whole array. Okay. Take the string, you try to check is this particular string. I'll explain you on the another page because we don't have a lot of space here. What you can do, let's say you had flower. Second string you had what? You had flow and flight. So second string you have flow. Okay. And third string you have flight. What you'll do, you'll try to check this particular string in this. Is this available? By using, let's say, index of method or any method in particular programming language. Okay. So if this is not available, do one thing. Remove one character from it. So now it will be like flow. So now check, is this available in this? Is this particular string available in this? So like if this is not, then what you will do? And again, keep updating your prefix value. Okay, keep updating your prefix value. So that's what you can do. Here again, I guess this should be a good approach or something else. We are checking for this completely. We'll have this. Okay. And now, okay, so keep checking this like this. I guess you won't have a problem. Probably. So check. So check this or this particular thing. That's what I'm thinking actually. I guess you should check this particular thing in. Like, great. You should not reduce this. You should reduce this, I guess. So that will be probably a good thing. Where you need to check it. Great here. So this should be not the best approach. The best approach could be like this. That what you do, you'll take this particular string. Okay, you'll take this particular string, or we can say, or this string, anything. Okay, let's say we'll take this particular string for checking in this the upcoming values. Okay, that is fine. What we'll assume like the 0 index is a prefix. We'll assume the 0 index is a prefix as of now. Prefix. I guess now this is a better approach. Again, I'm also figuring out the logic along with you. So now let's say this zero index string is a prefix. You will check this in this particular. Is this floor exist in this? No, this is not. So what you will do, you will remove whatever the value you're checking, you will remove the last character. You will have flow E. R has been removed. You will check the flow E. So now is this available? No, this is not. Then remove E. Again check flow. Is this available? Yes, this is available. So now keep updating your prefix. So now the prefix will be this flow. So now come here again. You will have the next value flight. Check, is this flight available in this prefix? No, this is not. What you will do? You will remove this particular thing. What we call it? This L part, this O part, right? This O part. So check, is what flow available in flight? No, this is not. Then take this FLO. Is this flow available in this flight? No, this is not. Remove 0. Is this FL available in this flight? Yeah, this is available. If this is available, then that is your prefix. That is your prefix. Okay, that is your prefix. So once again we'll understand how we were doing this. We'll assume what will be the algorithm or pseudocode something. So let's say, the prefix I'll assume the zero index value. Let's say you have all the strings in an array. So here on zero index we'll assume the prefix. So what you'll do, you'll iterate that whole, array, iterate ARR, and here what you will do, you'll take the indexes. Okay, one by one. So you can have a while loop here for checking, because continuously you have to check. Continuously you have to update your prefix. So you'll check here if this particular upcoming value, like if prefix, like if this coming value like ARR, what is the index ARR? If this ARR I, the upcoming value, right, includes like index of what? Index of prefix. If this is not equals to 0, prefix. If this is not equals to 0, which means why 0? Because prefix always start from 0 index. If on the index of return, the starting index, otherwise it will return you -1 if value is not available. So you'll check here, like if this is not equals to 0, you need to reduce your prefix. You need to remove your last element from that particular string. Okay, so in that case, what you have to do here, you have to just update your prefix. Why what? By using substring or any method which you have in particular programming language, you'll update your substring like this, like whatever you had, prefix and substring dot substring. Okay, substring. And here you can have 0 comma length -1, because whatever the length of the current prefix. So prefix dot length -1. Length -1. This is what you can have. Right? So you keep updating. If there is a scenario like the length of the prefix becomes 0, we can say there is no common prefix. But if this is not, then at that we'll return our what? We'll return prefix. I hope the algorithm is clear to all. Now we'll understand the problem statement. Again, if you are having confusion, pause the video, go back, pause the logic again and again come back on the things. Cool, yeah. So now here we'll go. And now this time I guess we have to change. Like we had one input value as n. As long as I remember, we had input n in the value as string. Okay, no issue. So we will have this n as same. So I'll remove this k. We don't need it. So we will have this n. Again, not integer size array. Now we need a string array. There we will have a string values. So int, at the place of int, I'll write string. Okay, so this is what you have. So now here what you will do on the on the indexes, you will have not next int, you will have next for taking a single word. In Java. In any language you can have another page, okay, for taking the strings. So now you have this, you have taken the input. We have taken the input. Now I'll remove this. What we will do is that I'll zoom a little bit this, for which the code is more visible to you. Okay. I guess I cannot arrange this. Yeah, this is going out of the box. Okay, no worries. That is not our problem. Right, that is not our problem. What we'll do, we'll come here. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So here we were applying a for loop, but first we were assuming something, right? We'll assume a string as prefix. So let's say prefix is the zero index value. Okay, zero index value. So prefix is a zero index value, and I will get the zero index value ARR on the zero index. We are assuming this. So we'll iterate the whole array for getting all the strings. So int I is equals to 1. Why? Because 0 is already assumed. We don't have to check with 0. We'll check from 1. So I is less than and the length of the string, again like the length of the array I plus plus, right? Again we'll do a while because we want to check in a string. We want to keep updating our prefix in the whole string. To iterate the whole string for checking the value, we'll use while loop here. So now check, is this particular ARR at the index I includes or index of prefix, right? If this particular thing, if this index is not equals to 0, which means you do not have prefix. When you will have index at 0, when this index will return you the 0, you will have the prefix from starting from 0 index. Okay, so now if this is not 0, which means you do not have prefix. If you do not have prefix, then update the value prefix. So prefix will be the updated value, right? So the updated value what? That is like prefix will update the prefix itself, right? So prefix dot substring, in Java there is one method substring, last index will not be included. So 0 from where you want and till where? I want till the length minus 1. So prefix dot length, in Java we use length method. In other languages you can use any other thing, length minus 1. So what you will have, you will keep updating by removing the last character from the prefix. You will keep checking it. And once you get, you will not execute this while loop. But if what happens, prefix dot length or prefix dot, if this length becomes what? If this length becomes 0, in that case we can say there is nothing. There is nothing. It's an empty string now. So we'll return minus 1 because there is no prefix. If there something could be common, we could have it. If the whole prefix has been emptied, all the value we have deleted from the prefix, which means there is no common value, right, at all. So now at the end I'll also do a diagram of this for you, make you more understand. Okay, so now because any other video is going very longer and people will quit it, that will impact me. So what I want is that if I want to understand, till stay at the end. Okay, till stay at the end. So now here what we will do, we'll come here back, and now here we'll print, not return actually. I guess I have to stop because we are not using any other method. So I'll use system.out.println, and here I will print minus 1 println print println. Okay, fine. And again we'll break it because we are not using anyhow method to return it. Well, so at the end if this is not the case, so at the end we'll print system. Anyhow the problem is that either if this will be printed out or this will be printed out, and that is the problem. If we'll break this, okay, so probably I guess B should use a method, but I don't want to write this code again. So what I'll do for fixing this, as of now you can have another method to solve this problem. Create a separate method, use the return, that will be better. So now here I'll take one thing, let's say result. By default I'm making it false. So if we have given the result, I'll make that result to true. Okay, that result will become true. We have printed. Okay, so now again before printing I'll check here if result is not equals to what? Not equals to true. If result is not equals to true, in that case this means result has not been declared yet. So in that case we'll print system.out.print. I'm fixing this code anyhow. Okay, you can have another method, you can use return to get more accurate value. So the value was prefix, and I hope this works fine. I strongly believe this works fine, but if something doesn't work, we'll fix it. I don't have that time to check it multiple times. I'll take, let's say, 3 values here. I'll check the floor we have. Again flow we have, flight we have. I'll try to run this. I hope this works fine. And trust me, it's not a AG problem. Oh no. Oh, how Boolean value could be false or true, yeah. Very stupid mistake. So now Boolean, now this is fine. Cool. So now I hope this will work. We are getting FL as a common prefix. Prefix why? Because it's starting value, okay, it's starting value. So how this whole thing is working, what we are doing here. I should take one input right here to explain you this, because this could be a confusion to you. This can be a confusion to you. But I don't know how long you people will stay in the video. But anyhow, I want to do this for you guys. Alright. Cool. So I'll have a new slide here. But the thing is how I will have an empty slide. And nobody, I guess a normal slide will also work fine for you. Add this scenario, not right here. After this, go ahead. Cool. So here we'll insert our code, right? Here we will insert our code. Oh no, yeah, that is not really structured. And I'll remove this. I'll do a trial normally without even taking that. Okay. Slide so from current slide. Yep, what we were doing is, I'll take this pin. What we were doing is that, let's say you have this particular input, okay. This input, floor, flow, and flight. Okay. So now the thing is that we were taking this in an array. That array name was ARR. Right. So what we were doing with the help of loop, we were iterating this. So we have assumed, first time we have assumed prefix as what? The 0 index value, which means now this is floor. Then we had a for loop to iterate all the things, right? Which will iterate from here. So now in the for, right, in the for loop, we were starting from int I is equals to 1. And here we were doing I is less than n, and every time we were doing I plus plus. This is what we have. And now here come here, we were checking here while what? While this this particular ARR I index dot index of prefix, right? If this is prefix not equals to 0, in that case we were reducing our prefix, right? We were reducing prefix. So we were updating it by doing prefix dot substring, right? Dot substring 0 till length -1, prefix dot length -1. That's what we were doing, right? That's what we were doing. And here we were checking one condition that you already know, that if prefix become 0, so that you understand. So how this part is working, I'll take a different color. Let's say I'll take black color. Okay, so now here what will happen, you have this prefix, you have this floor here, you'll come to the 1 index, you will have flow here, you come here, you will have flow. Step number one, in flow you will check the index of prefix, which is floor. So tell me, is this floor available in this? Is it available in this? No, this is not. Which means index is not 0, because index of return the starting index of substring, but that is not available. This floor is not available right here, right? So you will have what? You will have -1. So what will happen? This is not equals to 0. -1 is not equals to 0. Yes, true. So while will become true, you will come here. You will remove this R. How? You will have 0 index from F. Length -1. Length is this. The length is, let's say here the 6 -1 becomes 5, and the last one is not included. So we'll have 5 -1 becomes 4. So we'll have till 4 index. You'll have till E. Prefix has been updated. You'll go again. You'll check in the while loop again. You'll see this is a flow, like with including E. Is it available in this? No, this is not. Then again you'll reduce by 1. So E has been deleted, R has been deleted. You have flow. Now tell me, is this available? Yes, you will have 0 here. Why? The starting index, which is 0. You will have 0 here. You will have 0 here. So now that becomes true. That becomes true. What will happen? This while will be terminated. What will happen? Again, I plus plus. You will have the next value is flight. The next value is flight. Step number 2. Step number 2. You will have flight. You will check in flight. You will check in flight on index number 2. You will check in flight what the value of flow. Is this available? No, this is not available. This is not available. Then what you will do? You will come here. You will reduce value by 1. You will have FLO flow. Right. Again, what will happen? Again, you will check this flow. It is available. No, you will get -1. This is not true. Again, what you will do? You will remove one value from here with the same logic that we were doing in the step number 1. You will have FL. Tell me, is this FL available in this? Yeah, this FL is available. You will have index at 0. FL is starting from 0 index in this particular flight. So you will have what? You will have prefix as FL. You terminated this while loop. What you will do? I plus plus. That becomes what? That becomes here 3. Now tell me, is it 3 less than 3? No, this is not. 3 is not less than 3. 3 is not less than 3, which means that this for loop will not work. And at the end, you will return what? You will return this prefix, and prefix becomes FL. Prefix become FL. This was the tough problem, trust me, one of the advanced problem. For understanding this, at least you have to watch this particular video by reversing twice. Go reverse, understand the logic, come again on the code, try by yourself, then again understand from this particular thing. Okay, so this is what we had today. Again, here one important thing. The important thing is that for every TCS hiring, in Cognizant hiring, who want real-time update, follow these social media platforms. Okay, follow the, and at the end, I have also one important thing for you. So don't leave as of now. Again, if you'll give me the solution in the optimized way, I'll see top 3 comments. If these top 3 comments are really, are having with the, optimized, very, very optimized code, but that shouldn't be from GPT. If that is a valid comments, top 3 comments can get a Prepinsta Prime for free. But what is the Prepinsta Prime? I'll tell you in a second. Yeah, I don't have to do anything here. I'll go back to our Google. Come here and search for Prepinsta Prime on Google. Prepinsta Prime on Google. So this is a platform where you'll see 200 plus courses on coding and on multiple things, and also courses include company specific. That you will have a course for TCS, you will have a course for Cognizant, you will have a course for multiple things, for multiple companies. Look at here on the bottom. You will have multiple like TCS, Infosys, Cognizant, and other companies as well. Right. So this is one platform where you'll get the preparation of all the companies specific. Like again, if you want that you want to prepare for TCS, complete aptitude, complete programming, complete coding, complete verbal, you can visit one course here, TCS NQT course. This is a TCS NQT course, 150 plus hours course. You'll go here, you'll see the multiple videos, multiple assessments, and the things which are important for your TCS exam. Go here, check it out, and if you feel good, you can go ahead and buy it. Okay, so for buying it, I'm telling you one important thing which may help you financially. Okay, that important thing is that if you go to the Prepinsta Prime, there is a purchase page. Okay, so there is one purchase page. This is a purchase page. If you'll go right here, if you'll apply one coupon code, because that's what I can do for you. I have one coupon code here. If you'll write Pandey sir, you'll get a discount here. Right now, look at this. This is a 2,222. Right now, you're getting some discount. So you can have a discount here. Also, there's one trending thing is going on. You can have your TCS crash course for 10 days. You'll have the accessibility of 10 days. One for 3 months. You'll choose the packages depend on you. So this is what from my end. I hope that you enjoyed this everything. But do not forget to follow these channels to get the further updates. If you really enjoyed the video, like it, subscribe the channel for further updates, and stay with us. We'll both together crack the TCS. Not I actually. I have already a job. Bye-bye to all. See you in the next upcoming video or in the next live.